Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. I know Liverpool fan, they having a rough weekend. I know I have because Liverpool lost, Man City win, and Arsenal win. So Liverpool just lost their first place. They had 5 point advantage, but we need to be honest with ourselves. Liverpool has been playing really bad since the start of the season, and they just got lucky throughout the first 5 games, and the flaws are kind of showing up now. We are going to focus on Liverpool versus Chelsea game today, and I'm going to talk about some of the problems and some of the things that I think we should fix during the international break. I think this international break came at the right time. So if you look at the game, and if you haven't watched it, if you look at the footage, we had problems everywhere. And let's start with the goal. And I know for Mamardashvili is going to be a tough task because if you're trying to replace Allison in goal, is going to be a tough task. He's a world class keeper, and to be honest, he had an okay game. And the goals, he couldn't do that much, to be honest. But if you go through the defense that we have, I think Van Dijk and Konate's partnership has been shaky. And I don't know what the reason is. I'm not in Liverpool camp, but Arne Slot is. And I feel like Van Dijk's level is dropping rapidly. And the beauty of his game is gone. And Ibu Konate, I don't know what's going on with him too, because this is his last year in Liverpool, based on the reports. So, his head is in Madrid. Maybe he's doing his Duolingo on the side rather than kind of like having that partnership with Van Dijk. But these two, they are the weak links. And I am very surprised. I know Giovanni Leone is injured for the year, but I'm very surprised why Joe Gomez is not getting the call and why we are not looking for a free agent like Craig Dawson or even Joel Matip. If you remember, Joel Matip was really good. I don't know why he didn't get the contract, but maybe that's the time for John Henry to pick up the phone call and say, Joel, get back to the team. We need you. In the left back and right back position, I know Arne is like to change his players, bring Live, bring somebody else, but maybe we just stick with our natural right back and left backs. And maybe don't push them that high because pushing them that high is kind of prevent Mo Salah and Gakpo to have more rooms. And if you remember, either of these players, they are not very technically gifted, like Luis Diaz. If you remember, Diaz could dribble past everybody. Salah and Gakpo, if they don't have the space, they are pretty much useless. And I know there is a lot of blame to Mo Salah about like how he's not performing. But if you are a Liverpool fan for the past 10 years that Salah has been playing for Liverpool, I think is 8 with these 2 years is going to be 10 years. Salah has periods that he stopped playing well. I don't know what it is. Usually is in Ramadan, but this time around it came early. So for us to say like, oh, we need to bench Salah, Liverpool had dealt with this and they just played him throughout the rough period. They never put him as a substitute, and it makes sense because we never had someone to replace him. But you have to look at it this way. The other players are not really playing well too. If you look at Chelsea game, on the right flank, we had Connor Bradley so close to him that he had to go to the center forward position. So that's a huge problem, in my opinion. So we're giving away this space from him. The other problem is Cody Gakpo is not playing well. And I have no idea why Arne Slot doesn't want to start Federico Chiesa. I think Chiesa has been phenomenal in the past weeks. I know he has his injury problems, but you can always find a way to include him, like in the Chelsea game. I think Chiesa should have come in with Florian Wirtz. And I mean, Wirtz is another player. Yes, he's struggling, but the team is struggling. So if the ship is sinking, you cannot have like a Superman and say like, "Oh, save the city." The ship is sinking. The tactic is not working. So to put the blame on Wirtz, Isak, Ikiteke is wrong. And I feel like Arne Slot, he has to find a way rather than making the life difficult, just play the ball. Go back to fundamental. I know you want to show that like, oh, you are one of the great Sir Alex Ferguson, Pep Guardiola. But even them, when they get to the rough patch, they went back to fundamental. What is fundamental? Whoever plays well, they play. And I know like some they say bench Salah, but Salah is very weak in his mind. So if he get benched or he doesn't play, he can never recover. And that's the truth. So we just have to play him on the right and give him more space. But you have more ideology to change. Maybe change 4-2-3-1. Maybe that's not working. Maybe have Joe Gomez a start. There is a lot of possibility. And I know there is a lot of blame to players, but this is Arne Slot's problems. And he has 2 weeks to fix it. If he cannot fix this, we're going to have a rough show in Anfield against Man United. Because they played really well against Sunderland. And if they smell blood, you know Man United, you can never count them off. Even if they're in the last breath. They come with everything they got. So my message to Arne is, instead of finding excuses, think how you can fix it. Go back to fundamental. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.